And I think it's just a great demonstration of what the sport is kind of evolving into. There used to be kind of a handshake, sponsorships with the pros and maybe some lower level, local pros, stuff like that. But now it seems like everybody's getting $1 million contracts and there's so many more people in the sport. Where's all the money coming from? Is it good for the sport, the pros, the local people? What do you guys think?
Hot topic.
Oh boy.
Hot topic.
I think it's fascinating, and I've heard a lot of talks on this, honestly, that go both ways. That say, okay, this is fantastic for the growth of the sport, or saying, okay, this is not really sustainable. Like, are they looking at pandemic numbers, or what have they projected, and can they really keep this up with so many large contracts? I don't know.
Yeah. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. It's real simple. Joanna, if you look at disc golf...
Well, obviously they're not going to make a stupid decision for their own company.
No,
Duh.
absolutely not. If you look at disc golf a decade ago and you look at disc golf a decade before that and a decade before that, if you look at it in these increments, you'll see the growth of the courses, the growth of the players, the growth of the memberships, the growth of the prize purses, the growth of the contracts. Everything grows. The boom that just happened is something that's impactful for the permanent. People were looking for an outlet, and they found disc golf. How many people do you know try disc golf and just and walk away?
Not very many.
Not very many. It's a very sticky game.
Yeah.
So where are these people going? When you have an influx of who knows on a public level, not wanting to play tournaments, not wanting to compete or do leagues, but are the weekend warriors or the lunchtime break 3 holes, or there's a course at a high school and they just go there and putt while their kids are on the swings. Who knows? But there's got to be millions of those people out there in the country. But we're talking about active members in the PDGA, somewhere around the 100,000. I mean, there's a lot out there.
Oh, definitely.
So you think it's not a bubble? It's a legit
Absolutely
boom,
not.
and it's not going to burst, and the whole sport's going to come down.
The courses,
I never thought crashing down. Come on, dramatics.
I'm not putting words in your mouth, Emily.
Come crashing down.
I'm trying to picture it all come crashing down. What would it take? What would it take for disc golf to just come crashing down?
Something big.
I guess, when you say, yes, it's going to keep growing, right? So what would you guess contract numbers are 2 years, in 5 years?
Okay. What I suggest, and it'll be fun to look back at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I suggest
Look right in the camera.
I suggest that we're going to see another blip in the near future. I'm going to say in the next year with a major investor and a brand, something that's not in disc golf yet. Something like Nike,
like a Bushnell, how they kind of came into the arena.
Adidas came in the same way.
Yep.
Someone's going to come in and recognize. The holy shot happened last year.
Someone is.
Let's go.
Wait, no.
Tell me.
Oh my gosh. I wish I thought of this before right now, but isn't there some European player who's sponsored by Nike? And they just announced this.
Is that new?
I think.
Is that today? Is that yesterday? I've been at work for the last week.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is. I really hope I'm
feel
not
like
wrong. Because I remember seeing this.
It was a dream?
And
Was it you?
It's not me. But Under Armour, if you're listening or watching.
Hashtag not sponsored.
So the last of my
maybe not, but I think that'll be huge.
The last of my point is something like Tostitos, Gatorade, like even a food company.
No. Yes.
Here we go. I need my own.
Katie Teta.
I'm glad you pronounced it. I wasn't going to be able to.
Right? Isn't it Nike?
I don't know. I clicked it. It didn't bring me to a thing.
I knew it. I was like, man, I'm telling you, I think there's an FBO player in
She's
Europe.
wearing
Nike, yes.
Every single picture.
She has a Nike sponsorship.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great.
How exciting, right? And she's obviously one of the top players. I'm
Say
curious.
Your name again? How do you pronounce
Katie Teta?
Are you guessing or do you know that?
I've heard it on coverage. So, I mean, I hope that's correct or close.
Latitude 64, sponsored by Nike.
Yeah.
All right, so it's already happening.
It's happening. And Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, when
Nike
you bring
America,
in...
come on, get on it.
So to my point, because I didn't know, you're going to have major brands and companies and things that are starting to come into the sport to try to be maybe a first to get a bigger piece of the pot, and I think that's only going to make it even grow again.
Yeah.
It just being what it is, it has its own growth rate. Now you throw people into it that aren't going away. It's an influx. The influx could be a big enough push. We always have talked about disc golf in the mainstream where you could just flip it on TV. Well, society today, it's not about flipping on TV anymore. You stream things when you want. It comes to you live. It's great technology we have. I think brands are going to have no choice but to want to get involved, and that's just in this year.
Yeah.
And we'll see that over the next 5 years, and then after that, you're going to see the ultimate growth. So I think in the next 10 years, when you're seeing a player who's getting a contract for a 1-year deal, $2.5 million, it might be normal. It might be normal. There might the product that they could push out to how many players are out there is what's going to be the factor. Why would these brands all of a sudden be able to sell all this merchandise? I think bigger stores, Walmarts, Targets, just more wholesale, transactions from these companies. They're going to have to increase their warehouse to anticipate for what just happened and what is coming. And I think that's what they're planning for, is big manufacturing for disc golf, big push for the growth into that mainstream, and I think that happens in 10 years.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see another clip of the HyzerCast podcast, click this video right here. If you'd like to see a video from our main channel, Hyzer Media, click this video right here. And if you haven't done so already, click this link right in the middle to subscribe to our channel or the red button down below. Thanks.